differently. So I'm going to go ahead and say, first of all, none of the comments that y'all wrote, nothing that was said, I'm not offended, I'm not mad. Misunderstood, but I'm not mad. Because when you put some shit out there like that, and as you guys pointed out the time, like, damn, man, Black History Month, but I do want to clarify something. And some of y'all might be pissed off, but I'm a grown-ass man, and this is what I feel. To know me is to understand me. To understand my history is to know that I literally grew up around blacks and Mexicans in Watts, South Central LA. That's one. Number two, okay, they love to put black and brown people against each other. Okay, they love to put black and Jewish people against each other. They love to put us against other communities. What I was pointing out was facts. Now, the running joke trying to clown the Latino community, which we all been doing in the hood for years. Oh, man, there's 20 of them living in one house. They pile up in the car 20, 30 deep. You know, Mexicans always blah, blah, blah. But let's talk about that. 20 deep in one house. Where do you ever see that at with black culture? Okay, they love to clown the Latino community about selling flowers and roses and having all these odd jobs, from landscaping to housekeeping, all of these entrepreneurial businesses that help to feed the family. And now we're on a whole nother level. Singers, rappers, actors, producers, directors, filmmakers. The door is open now. And I was just basically really just giving love to say, we're all trying to be successful. Our culture, our tribe, our people. But you have to have a level of respect when you look at their approach and their commitment to family. You know, y'all ever heard of the Sabbath dinners, right? Do a little research. The Jewish community, it's almost like a particular mandate that every Friday they do a dinner. I don't want to get into the war, politics, Palestinians. I am making a point about the things that I've seen, noticed, and I'm inspired by. And I said that I would, you know, sometimes I wish I was born in the Latin community, not because I want to be Latin, dumbass. I'm inspired by everything that they do pertaining to family and structure, and how it doesn't matter what random odd job and hustle, whether you're an actual U.S. citizen or you're an immigrant that some way got here in the country, you are working your ass off and helping your family. Your grandparents still live with you, your mom, your dad, and that's a very general blanket statement, but they will all live in the same house, and then you'll see one person at the time leaving the nest. But they built it together. People are talking a lot of shit about the Jewish community, but long before the war, think about it, man. They have a structure, they have an infrastructure, they have something that they are doing every week, conversations, building, talking about generational wealth, Hollywood, movies, music, and it's not really that many Jews, when you think about it, compared to black people. So you ask yourself, do we have a problem with Jewish people in general? Or do we have a problem because they actually got their shit together? Lawyers, managers, agents, running studios, executives of studios, they have made a commitment to mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, financially to build. And then, obviously some of the comments, I don't mind negative comments. I'm a big boy, I got thick skin. Sometimes when negative comments pop up, it's actually inspiring to give it some thought. But I'll never forget somebody wrote that we as black culture are struggling the way we're struggling because whether we're conscious or not, we are still affected by slavery, and we are still affected by the Jim Crow laws that have purposely and maliciously put us up against each other. Soon as a black man is about to get something, why aren't we happy for him? Why are we jealous of another man who gets engaged, about to get married? Why do we tear down anything that feels like amazing accomplishments and good vibrations what people are achieving? We as black culture have came so fucking far, and we're doing this fragmented. They are killing the game, and they're out there doing big things because they have prided themselves on community. Okay? And in closing, I'm gonna go ahead and be on some real super gangster shit right now. And only the real niggas out here know what I'm about to say. Most of us grew up in a single father home. Sorry. Most of us grew up in a single mother home. My bad. Most of us as young boys didn't have a father at home. Our moms had to play both roles. So when we find ourselves loaning and desiring family, it ain't at home. When you in the hood, it ain't at home. So what do you end up doing? You're looking at the Crips and the Bloods, shooting, killing, banging, slanging. They got your back. They put money in your pocket. They helping you to do something. I don't give a fuck if you selling weed, crack, cocaine, heroin. You out here doing something in the hood to get money. Now that's what I've seen. That's a broad, fucked up generalization, but it's what I've seen as far as what we in the ghetto identify with as family. That's why most young niggas who don't have a father, don't have a family, ain't got no brothers that's got their back, they start looking at the energy of the Bloods or the Crips or the SA gangs, and they like, yo, you a part of the family. Anybody fuck with you, we gonna pull up on them and take care of business. Anybody try and rob you, break up in your house, steal anything from you, we are your family. But they also teaching these young niggas how to roll a blunt and load a gun before they teaching us algebra and sitting us down to say, who are we as black men and black culture, and what are we actually capable of doing when we link up together? So, man, listen, I've been in the game, the music game and movie game, coming up on 25 years. I don't know if niggas are threatened or intimidated by me, but there's been so many celebrities and entertainers over the years that sing, rap, act, direct, produce, editing, music videos, dancing, choreography, stage, getting in the studio, creating music and creating the process of music, and they're all successful. And they really, the approach is, you doing your thing, I'm good, bro, I'm doing me. The other communities are linking up with each other. And that's what I'm saying. I just want to let y'all know that they took a couple of words from my Latino comment and blasted off with some goofy shit. But I'm just letting y'all know, man. I've always posted black and brown proud, black and brown pride, as well as black pride. And I know it's Black History Month. Just everybody relax. I have to ask y'all a question. what exactly is the point of Black History Month, in your opinion, not mine? What is Black History Month for you? Couple of things I want to throw out there. Is it making a commitment to reading certain books and watching certain documentaries and trying to really get a sense of, all of our forefathers and sisters who have bloodshed and put it all on the line, all of these inventions that I keep finding out, like every day I'm finding out a black man or black woman invented that. Is Black History Month for you to tap into these various different things that we as black culture, as African Americans, not just Americans, but the things that we've been able to achieve? So I want y'all to know that in my mind, I think a really new blueprint that we should try and tap into. I know Diddy was doing the conferences, right? That was very powerful and empowering. But I really feel like maybe that there's a way to do something really, really big and put the right panel together, right? And maybe do something virtually where we can have a conversation, because I'm going to tell you, it's not that we as black culture are intimidated or threatened by any other cultures, but I think that we'll never have a shot at truly pulling it together as a culture. When we see them linking up, they become more powerful when they do it together. When they strategize and they talk through all of the traumas and the stuff and the emotions, the visions, the dreams, they put up money to get behind each other, and they do whatever it takes to get it from zero to a hero. But what do we do? And what can we do more of pertaining to really supporting each other? We are black kings. We are black kings and queens. The moment that we do it, it's always bigger and more impactful than any other group. I'm just going to say it myself. The swag, the vibe, the energy, the magical energy of who we are as black culture, man, can't really compare to nothing else. So I'm happy that my Latin tweet sparked a lot of dialogue, but I just want y'all to know that during Black History Month, somebody do me a favor and set this up. Let's have a moment for Black History Month, and we can do it virtually, where we all do a panel and we have about 10 speakers virtually, and we can have everybody in the audience, doesn't matter what man, woman, or age, and they can all tune in, and we can start becoming more intentional about helping the culture to build, discussing business, discussing real estate, movies, TV, the process, editing, creating, Pro Tools, recording in the studio, making music, production. I believe the way we used to do it on Clubhouse, I believe it can be a virtual Zoom session dedicated to all things music. And then another virtual session dedicated to all things acting and filmmaking and writing. And then another virtual session can be tied in to whatever else, real estate, crypto, investments, and people being really successful in that area. That's how we build. Okay, for all of you fragile, insecure black men, I love you all. But some of us are so successful and we're threatened and intimidated by the idea of passing on what we know. Our culture is never going to change, never have an opportunity to change if we want to keep our actual success stories to ourselves. And in closing, I keep saying closing, but I'm so passionate. I really feel like this really hurts, by the way. I really feel like, why do we lose so much sleep over what another black woman or a black man is achieving? We should look at that and be like, wow, when they're successful, they represent what's possible. And I see all you social media brands. I see all you ladies out here building your Instagram followers up and trying to really tap in and build out your brand and work with a lot of different companies. But instead of you guys, can't speak for all, because a lot of people are very competitive. And it's like, I got my agency, I got what I'm doing, who reps me, and you looking at other women who's trying to build their shit up in social media. But why won't y'all link up with each other and have conversations about what y'all doing and building and figure out how to get money together? This is what the other communities are doing. So I may have shocked some of y'all with the start of my message. I wish I was Latino sometime, but this is what it's based on, man. I don't care if when I talk about the things that I've seen and experienced living in the hood around the Latino company, I don't want y'all to get into me thinking stereotypes. I'm talking about what I've seen them do my whole life, living in the hood with black and brown people. And as I was looking at what they've been doing, I was like, yo, man, I wish I had that. Okay? I wish I had family, structure, infrastructure, serial entrepreneurs. You gonna handle that. You gonna handle that. They cutting grass. They selling flowers and fruit on the side of the freeway. They taking all that money, putting it in the pot. Then you see them go buy their first home as a family. Then you go side and buy a car. They might have an ice cream truck. All these little randomized jobs as a part of the hustle from them grinding to get it off the ground. Then they end up opening up car dealerships, car washes, all these odd jobs, but it's getting money. And we running around this motherfucker screaming broke, acting as if there's no infrastructure. They don't have an educated background either, for those of y'all using that as an excuse. It's like, yo, they just got the fucking determination and willpower to get it, and they're doing it together. They're not doing it fragmented and separated, jealous, envy, hating on. What you got going on, bro? Oh, man, I'm just working on it, blah, blah, blah. So they taking all your information while asking questions, and then they start hating on you the whole time. One of the reasons I love going to the Middle East, man, is I don't feel like nobody is jealous of me and threatening me about me being who I am and my magic and what I'm bringing to the table, because they know they got their magic. And I also wanted to point out the family structure that I've noticed in the Middle East. They all love and adore and respect their fathers. Even in the Muslim community, you can have multiple wives. That's their world. That's an understanding. That's a part of their specific religion. But I look at the fathers loving the wives. I look at the father literally being loved, adored, and respected as the father, as the head of the household, the head of the business, the head of what we doing, where we going, what it all looks like. And all of the guys in the Middle East are constantly linking up, smoking hookah, hanging out inside of a majlis, coming up with plans to continue dominating.